Hey guys, today we are talking about leading as a man. All right. So if you're in a relationship and you're in a relationship with a female, a girl, your wife, your girlfriend, someone you're dating, and you want to be the leader, because I know a lot of guys are afraid to take on that role, then this video is for you. Welcome to Connected Life. I'm Anthony, and leading as a man will help a female feel safe. So, leading as a man, one of the things that you really are going to have is mental strength. Like, how are your emotions? How are you at working through things? When problems come up, how do you handle them? When there's an issue at work, when there's an issue with family, when there's an issue in the relationship, how do you handle that? That's part of leading. How are your emotions? How do you handle anger? How do you handle sadness? How do you handle loneliness? All of these things are part of what your energy gives to the relationship. And if you're not careful, some of those feelings, some of those emotions are going to spill over into her emotions and help her feel unsafe. So when you're leading, you want to make sure that you got your shit in check, right? You want to know, how am I handling this so that she feels safe? Am I showing her that I'm afraid? Am I showing her that I'm scared? You might not want to do that, but here's what you do want to do. You want to work through those things on your own and with other men or other friends and family. You don't want to dump it on your girl. You don't want to dump it on your wife. Ultimately, what we want to do is help her feel safe. And you can't do that if you're emotional, you're sad, you're scared. That's going to lead to her being scared. And if she's scared, then she's scared for herself and the family. So if you have children and your wife or your partner is scared, that's not going to work out well, right? She's always going to be on edge. She might get angry. She might be fearful. Her fear might lead to anger. And that's not going to be a good thing for the relationship. So make sure that you are mentally strong. When it comes to emotions, figure them out, work through them, write them down, talk to other men, your brother, your dad, your coworker, one of your friends on a sports team. I just threw out a short, which is, really quick. Here's 3 things you can do, but have outlets with other men where you can talk about stuff, vent. Maybe you have a male friend that you can just say, dude, let me just drop it on you. I don't need your help. I don't need your advice. I just need to get this out. That's one of the key things that a lot of men will do. Will hold everything inside. What does that lead to? That leads to anger. That leads to resentment. And it makes us feel really lonely. All right? So I can't open up to my girl because she's going to be scared. I don't have any male friends that I trust or I feel like I can open up to. So I'm just going to keep it inside. I don't want anybody to know that I'm running through some shit and I can't really handle it. So I'm just going to keep it all inside. That's not good, guys. You're going to get sick. Your immune system is going to go down. You might have physical pain. You will definitely have mental pain. So definitely have mental strength. And that strength is knowing what I can say, when I can say it, what's good for her, what's safe for her, what's safe for the family, what's safe for my children. And then who am I going to talk to outside of the family, like outside of my wife, outside of my partner, outside of my girlfriend? Who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to get advice from? Who am I going to bounce stuff off of so that I don't have to dump everything on my girl? All right, so that's number 1. Number 2 is be supportive and protective. Now, being protective goes back to number 1 because your mental strength is what's going to help her feel protected. When she starts to feel afraid, my guy doesn't have a job, my guy's losing his job, and now he's afraid, and now he's afraid he won't have money. All of that is going to lead to her being afraid. So when your emotions are in check and you're being protective, that's part of being protective. Watching what you say, watching how you say it. There's a big difference between I don't know what to do. I'm losing my job. And I'm losing my job, but I already have it figured out. I'm losing my job, but I know what I'm going to do next. Right? So figure that out and know what you want to say and how you want to say it to help keep her from feeling like she's losing everything or she's losing something that's very important, something that's very safe. Women need to feel safe. If you look at traditionally and history across the world, women feel unsafe in the world because typically they're smaller. They're less physically. They don't show their anger with rage. Women can be taken advantage of by men. So it's very innate that women will naturally feel afraid. And if you're not supporting her and helping her feel safe and protected, then that's not going to be a good thing. So what's the first thing she might do? Look for someone else that's going to help her feel safe, right? And that's not necessarily saying, oh, this other guy has more money or has a better job or is taller or stronger, because he may be in those positions and have more money and be stronger and taller and still dump on her and make her feel unsafe. So that's not the key. The key is the emotional stability side, the emotional strength side. That's going to help her feel supported and protected. All right? Number 2, we have be decisive. Guys, we got to make decisions. If you make a decision and it's not the right decision, you have the opportunity to make another decision. But when we're indecisive, we don't know what we want to do, we don't know why, we don't know how, that's not going to feel safe. That's not going to feel like you're protecting someone. If you felt unsafe and you went to someone and you said, I feel unsafe, and they said, well, let's see, let me think about it. I'm not quite sure. Give me some time. Come back to me next week. Would you feel safe? Absolutely not. So when you're in a relationship and you're making decisions for more than just yourself. You're making decisions for her. You're making decisions potentially for your children. You want to make decisions. You want to stand firm. You want to act like you know what you're doing and what you're saying, even if sometimes you don't. You want to figure it out. If you stand in front of somebody and you say, oh, I know how to handle this, I know what I'm going to do, and you really don't, then now is the time to work on figuring out what you're really going to do. So if it comes up, you already have the answer. You already have the solution. I'm not saying lie to someone. I'm not saying be fake or false. I'm saying watch what you say, watch how you say it, and then have a backup plan. Have a plan in place to know, oh, I said this thing. I said I had an answer. I said I had a solution. I really didn't have it all figured out, but now is my opportunity to figure it out. And now she still feels safe. She still feels protected. And it, guys, it depends on your relationship, right? A lot of women want to know the answers right away. If you're in a position where you're standing firm and you're like, I'm going to figure it out, that's a lot better than, I don't know what to do. No one's going to feel safe with that. If your response is, I don't know, right? And I'm intentionally making my body and my face and my tone like that, because believe it or not, we have guys that will respond that way. If that's you, then try to respond in a way that's going to help her feel safe, that's going to help you feel like you're certain of what you're saying and what you're doing, that you're standing firm in your decision, and then figure it out. All right? So being certain and being decisive and making decisions are going to help her feel safe. That's going to help you lead in the relationship. No one's going to feel led by someone that doesn't make decisions or is afraid to make decisions or afraid to take the next step. Call the person about the job. Go in and see the person about the job. Ask about getting a raise. Don't just say, oh, I don't make enough money. Right? What is she thinking? Well, what are you doing about it? We gotta do stuff. We gotta think about what we want. We gotta think about why we want it, and then we gotta move towards it. That's how we lead as men. All right, well, I talked about this in my last video and I talked about it in my short. Don't dump. We gotta have other guys that we talk to. All right, we can't just dump everything on her. She can't handle it. She's not supposed to handle it. She has her stuff to handle and you have your stuff to handle. Don't dump all your shit on her. All right, so if you want to know more about how to connect with other men, I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon. It's basically finding groups, joining groups, talking to other men, finding out what they do, maybe joining certain clubs, certain sports, and then talking to those people in those circles so that you build stronger and better relationships so that you're not dumping on your girl. All right, so comment below and let me know. If you like this and you want more, please subscribe. But comment below, are you struggling with this? Do you need help? Get everybody involved in the comments and start asking your questions. Start offering help. Help is available. You got to ask for it. Help is available. You got to know that you need it. Help is available. You got to be man enough to know when you need it and when to ask for it. I'll see you in the next video.